Hi, it's Brent Abel here, WebTennis.net, and I want to talk to you about the stick. And the stick is a stretching device for for your muscles. And I'm not a big, traditional stretching guy. I really can't stand carving out 30, 45, 60 minutes and going through a stretching routine. And yet I do understand the value of stretching, and especially for me in my business and my hobby, which is my business is teaching and coaching tennis, and my hobby is playing competitive international senior tournaments. And stretching is really, really vital to being able to be successful as a senior tournament player. And not only in tennis, but every other sport, any kind of physical hobby, even a physical job where maybe you're having to stand a lot during the day. You need to stay stretched out to prevent injuries, number one, but also to help and treat current existing injuries. The reason I love the stick is because I can get a nice stretch on those muscles that I want to work on without having to spend a lot of time, and I can do it virtually anywhere. And unlike traditional stretching, I feel that the stick really helps me get to certain muscle groups that I just don't know how to get in those positions to be able to stretch them out effectively. And what the stick is, it's a roller, and all you simply do is you roll this over a muscle group that you want to work out. So for me in tennis, especially competitive tennis, I'm a serve and volley style player.
Serve and volley tennis is really a lot of fun, but it's rough on the body, and primarily you've got problems right here with the knees. There's a lot of flexing here in the front of the knee with the patellar tendonitis problem, and here calf muscles are getting flexed all the time. I've traditionally had problems down here with the Achilles, not the Achilles tendonitis, but with the soleus muscle, little tiny muscles behind the Achilles. And then, as you move up the body, the lower back is really, strained in this kind of tennis, as is the upper back and kind of the lower neck. I've had a few problems before in this area, but I'm telling you, the stick, especially down here in my lower legs, I use this all the time. It's really helped me stay injury-free in terms of the calf muscles and down in this area here where the soleus is. I'm using the stick on my quads all the time, back here in my hamstrings all the time, and also in the calf muscles. I don't think I'd be able to continue to play this style of tennis.
So what I do with the stick, and I love this because it's short. I can put it in my tennis bag. I can put it in a suitcase if I'm traveling to a non-tennis event. But I use this all the time, before, during, and after my tennis, where all I'm going to do is roll it over my calf to start. I traditionally had a little bit of a problem down here by the Achilles tendon. It's called the soleus muscle, and so I can easily get to that by rolling this out. I mean, I will probably do this 15 seconds on my calf. I'll do it 15 seconds over here on my quadricep muscle, and the quad, stretching this out really helps protect and help solve and treat that problem when you got patellar tendonitis in your kneecap. And then I'll also do it here on my hamstrings. And what I have discovered over the past several years is that the hamstrings really control a lot of your other body parts. So for me, if I get my hamstring stretched out, it really helps protect against my lower back, which helps protect against the upper back. I've had shoulder issues before that when I stretched out my hamstrings, I know that sounds kind of crazy, but as soon as I really worked on those hamstrings, got those stretched out, my lower back started to loosen up, and then once that happened, then my upper back started to loosen up, and that's when my shoulder problems went away. So, whether you have got a current injury, whether you just want to stay injury-free, I highly recommend that you pick up the stick. There's a number of different models. I like this one, which is called the Marathon stick. It's short, it's lightweight, it fits in my tennis bag, and as I said before, I use it before matches, I use it during matches, I use it after matches, and I don't have to use it a lot because I like to do this throughout the day. I probably go through a calf muscle, a quadricep muscle, and a hamstring muscle roll. It takes about 60 to 90 seconds, and if I do that 5 or 6 times a day, I just don't have problems with my legs. If you got any questions, certainly send me an email, Brent at webtennis.net. Have a great day out there.